Good morning, YouTube. It is the last day of my easy week, Sunday. I just finished to swim, some activations, and what we have planned today is literally just a swim. We just did that, and then a long run, 33k to finish the week with a 80k, mostly easy, some strides, and feel recovered, feel ready to go, feel restless for a week of or 3 weeks of challenging training again. Then move the needle towards my first Pro Series race early May, where we test how the training worked. What's happening, guys? It's afternoon now. We're on the way towards the gym to do a little run there because we have a pretty cold rain coming up, and I don't want to be running in that. Cold temperatures plus rain, not the best idea. And so on the treadmill, I don't know how long I run. In theory, it would be 32k. But as I said, it's easy week, especially, but something with the blueprint for sure isn't right. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest, with the easy week at least. The other blueprint is perfect, but because I had this gut thing, it kind of messes you up if it's still there or not. It's kind of really hard to tell, but the way I felt those last days, or like the week even, horrendous. That's not, if that should all come from the way the week was structured, or even back-to-back off days, that kind of puts it, then I'm not doing that again, 100% not. So the easy week is definitely not set. I mean, even when I did it before with rest, the week after, the blocks were great. So if that should be the price to pay for the great training coming, well, I would do it. But this is really, really horrendous what the body goes through. 10 times harder than doing the actual workload. Not that you don't train, but your body is just literally super, I don't know. But like I said, I don't know if it's actually this gut thing or that just the way the week was structured. Partly planned, partly unplanned. But I think one part is just definitely that you have this body that is used to all this work, and then you put that away, your body goes really completely bananas. Not in a good way. Definitely not in a good way. So that doesn't help mental recovery, because this week was mentally 10 times harder than doing all those training sessions and all the work. Messes you up big time. So not doing that again. Whatever we're doing after this block, it will involve rest, but it will be a different plan. So my thinking right now is to have one rest day, then some exercise, movement, and then maybe later get another rest day, because we do have to double down on rest. But not like this. So we're gonna be jogging a bit on a treadmill, see how it goes, hopefully feel a bit better. Yesterday we did, so ran 21k and felt a lot better after. Anything else we didn't feel good, so let's jog around a bit, listen to music, and hopefully find my soul again, because that one has been gone. So one reason for the gym is actually also that I see a little bit the paces. I mean, again, treadmill is not the same as outdoors, but just a bit of a confidence building, especially after these last days. You're just a wreck. So just see a bit for motivation where the paces are at. And yeah, step by step, right? But yeah, this journey is no joke, that I can say. Because if you have all chips in a table, like most people, there's a reason for it. Don't want to risk so much, because there's a price for it, right? So the price is that you're all in, and if you're all in, you got a lot to lose. That is the thing. You can say, focus something on that, but if you invest a lot in something and it's no guarantee for anything that you get, the result you want, tough. Not easy, right? And it's a fact, this journey will take a minute here. So have to really find ways to stay focused on this journey, on this thing. But yeah, anyways, let's get this running. I got a towel for the sweat, but otherwise we got, I put just 2 times 90 grams in here. I need some more water probably, depending how long I run. Main thing was just, I didn't think carb intake, just feeling better. Just some energy in, that hopefully helps. But like I said, it might be that But I think you have to wait at least 5k, maybe 10k before anything feeling wise decision what to do today. This, I know heart rate, everything, muscles will be fine. It's just this, I don't know, just a bit going with the flow in my easy week. But maybe going with the flow is the exact problem of this scenario here. There's our home for today. Get some music, nutrition, towel. Alright, let's get this started. So we've done 3k now. I don't know, it's just a bit all over. It's very hard to be objective and everything. Some things, let's look at objective. Maybe we can do it together. Heart rate is definitely lower, a good bit lower than it normally is, which is not always good, especially when you should be fresh. It should be a bit higher. And on the other hand, it's carbons in here. Could be low taxation as well. They both. Then you have the legs, which are actually responsive and good. I mean, it's no reason there should be glycogen depleted or anything like that. So that's that. Overall feel, it's very negative, but that's a tricky one. If I had to guess, all this easy training, again, 50-50. Either it's the gut thing and I'm analyzing for absolutely nothing and completely useless, 50% of the chance. Other 50 is all this easy training and like kind of the change is so confusing for the body that it's you're kind of hormonally shot, if you understand what I mean. So that could definitely be one of those options if I had to guess. But heart rate goes back down. Let's try to get it up. Let's go to 3:45 pace, which when I looked at outdoors, looks kind of like this 160 heart rate range, which is 7 beats below my LT1. Let's see what happens when we do 3 minutes of that. What happens to my heart rate? Because now it's again down to 122. And sometimes it's 130, not completely off, you know. Let's do around a 4:45 mile. It's kind of a bit the quick aerobic range. See how it feels. 3 minutes. Music. I mean, heart rate is going up a little bit to like 150 almost. Not completely out of the range and stuff. Effort is kind of not high or anything, but it feels like outside, like jogging basically, which is Of course, a great sign. It doesn't mean you can run a full Ironman now. And after the cycling, all this, I mean, let's be real. Facts are, I haven't even run quicker than holding like 4:30-minute average K, but it's like a 3:14 or whatever. Those are the facts. But since then, obviously my training and my shape changed to another level. But what to do? Yeah, that's the question. I'm gonna jog until 5K, and then I might call it there. So I did 5K, doing a bit of stretching now. Impossible to analyze for me, for sure. I could go absolutely both ways. If I had only take the mental side, because you never give yourself an out in a normal week, and now you give yourself an out, right? Because you say, it's easy week, you know, which is true. You have to then be somehow, you know, kind to yourself and all those things, which you can't be when you're training. You have to be rational, but not necessarily kind to yourself, because you have to force yourself to do something all the time that's against what your body wants. Many times, I'd say, many times, not always, but many times. It's not feelings, it's not motivation, it's a choice, right? It's not discipline, sacrifices, those kind of things. So if you always go by feeling how you're feeling, well, you're not gonna get very far in endurance sports, because half the time you don't feel like going. You will feel great during and after, which is the question now. If, I don't feel worse. I wouldn't feel worse if I've run 10-15K either. But of course nobody wants to run on a treadmill. Nobody enjoys running on a treadmill, obviously. But yeah, I think that's where I stepped off. The plan is now stretch a bit, mobilize a bit, and then tomorrow is another day where no matter how I feel, unless anything is really weird in the morning, the work starts, the sessions get ticked, and it ticks over. So yeah, I can't say what's going on, but normally the next day you're always smarter than before. Main thing is feeling, as I said, feeling is off or whatever. But like I said, how many sessions did I break lifetime PBs when I wasn't feeling good? So feeling is a bit touchy. That's not always relevant in endurance sports, which is a gritty sport, not easy. So yeah. All right, that concludes my rest week. I just did a bit of stretching, a bit of hanging, some stuff that makes you feel better. On tomorrow, unless anything should be super weird with the data, resting heart rate mainly, and feeling for sure will be ignored tomorrow because after a week like this, so yeah. Like I said, this week, easy week was for sure a bit different, but again, then I had this gut thing, so yes, it would be different. I think the extra rest day was still a good call. But yeah, then after that, I think there has to be a more calculated plan. That blueprint for the easy week I don't have fully figured out. But to be honest, you rather underdo it than overdo it, because I can't gain anything in the easy week. I can only lose it. If you go a bit too hard there, you will feel that in the weeks that actually matter when you actually do the training that makes you better, you know. But still, I'm gonna check with my team that I have a different outlet. Try something new for next time, because you can only do trial and error. I mean, first, super important is that I have the blueprint now that works actually for the improving part, which is obviously the main one, and took me a good forever to figure out. So tomorrow, day 1 of training block, 3 weeks straight of training, hopefully, knock. And day 1 will be a 3.5K swim, some activations, aerobic, some new stuff in there. Then a 1-hour ride, and back in the gym for some lifting before Tuesday's intensity day, which will be exciting. But step by step. Thanks for following. Last days, if you do a video once a day, you know, it's I can just say what I'm doing and what's going on, so might be the most entertaining, which I understand. But some things we don't quit. So first I'll go until 100 days straight with YouTube, because until now it's going objectively pretty terrible, same as my triathlon career. So output we can control, the actual work, so I can control my training, recovery, outcomes, can't really control, can only get better until you get the outcomes. Same also, YouTube game, whatever, anything, you put the work in, and for a long time you're going to see absolutely nothing in results, and that's why most people quit, or even earlier. You want instant gratification. But no, I'm on the grinder for sure with this career. But that was clear before I left. So no magic in endurance sports until you keep stacking consistently. So tomorrow the stacking starts again.